Okay, I have so many onions, so why not make some onion soup? Okay, I took 8 of my largest onions, and I have the not beef bouillon, the not chicken bouillon, balsamic vinegar, we have red cooking wine, we got the earth balanced butter, whoa, pink Himalayan salt, oregano, basil, nothing but a little thyme, and some mozzarella. So let's get this pot going. Okay, let's get this skin on. Why do these new knives not work good? All right. And I'm gonna slice it and just get to thin slicing. Watch those fingers. And I'm just gonna put those peels, put those slices in this big bowl because we're gonna have a lot of slices. Okay, so my pot is getting hot, and I'm adding a whole stick of my vegan butter. And 2 tablespoons of grapeseed oil. And we're going to heat that up until the butter melts. Okay, now the butter is melted and sizzling, I'm going to add all my onion slices. It's a lot of onions. I was glad I didn't overfill the pot. I was worried if 8 was too many, but it was perfect. Okay, now that I have all my onions in the pot, I'm going to gently toss them over so that I can work that oil and butter through most of the onions. Now that the onions have cooked for about 10 minutes, you see how they cook down. And I'm just tossing them gently again, just so that I can make sure the ones on the top get cooked. Okay, so now I'm adding 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And I'm just going to mix that all in to make sure that sugar goes through all my onions as well. Okay, so now that I have such a big pot of onions, we're not going to do teaspoons this time. We're going to work with tablespoons. So I have a tablespoon of black pepper. And a couple of sprigs of thyme. Doesn't matter how many you put in there. It's up to you. I think that was 4 that I used. Now you can actually pull the leaves off the stems, but I left the whole thing in there. So now here comes my my not beef bouillons. I used two wrappers. This was estimating. I didn't want to over season it. I didn't want to under season it because we're just getting started. So that's number 2. And my not chicken bouillon cubes, I used 2 of those. Now you don't have to use these, they're optional. I just wanted more flavor. And I was just playing around with the seasonings to see what it came out like, and it was delicious. So I'm just mixing that in so that my bouillon cubes all melt and go through my onions. Okay, so next seasoning up, it's your turn, oregano or oregano. Yes, that's 1 tablespoon. Like I said, we're going to keep everything at 1 tablespoon because it's a lot of onions. So I want flavor. And my basil. 1 tablespoon of basil. Sprinkle that over nice and evenly. And you know what's next. We mix. Okay, it's stock time. I'm using vegetable stock. So, but you can use whatever you like. And I'm going to use the whole carton because, like I said, we got a lot of onions here. And we don't want just onions. We want some broth in this stuff too. We're making soup. So now, if you don't have enough, feel free to add more or water. So now we mix. We're going to speed this video up a little bit. And we're going to do a little taste test to see if we got it where we want it. And I think we're good. Okay, now let's try our red cooking wine. And I'm going to put 1/4 cup. Now let's go to our balsamic vinegar. And guess what? 1/4 cup. You got it. Let's do this. Bam. And now I'm going to mix all those seasonings together by tossing this a little. Now I am going to cover my soup and turn the flames down to low. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. Let's unveil this soup and see what we got. Yes, I can't wait to dig in. But it's time for a little salt. Now remember, I have a large pot here and a lot of onions, so I'm using 2 tablespoons of the pink Himalayan salt. But please don't do that in a small pot if you downsize it. And now I'm just going to mix that in so the salt can go through the soup nice and evenly. Okay, so I put some soup in a soup bowl and I'm sprinkling some mozzarella vegan cheese on top. Didn't have any bread to make croutons, so the cheese is fine by me. And I'm going to put that bowl in another bowl because just in case it spills, I don't want to clean the oven. So into another ceramic bowl, it fits perfectly into the oven at 350 for until the cheese melts. My apologies, my apologies. I forgot to take a picture. I was so excited when it came out the oven. It was nicely melted. It was toasty. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. So sorry.